Hey guys, it's Melissa. Welcome back to my channel, Beauty in the Bypass. So if this is your first time joining me for a video, this is pretty much just where I talk about my gastric bypass journey. If you have watched my videos before, welcome back and thank you for tuning in to another video with me. I appreciate the love and support, and most of you that do watch my videos I know me personally, so I do greatly appreciate those of you who are keeping in contact with me and watching these, so thank you so much. In a few weeks, super excited, super nervous, but ready to do the damn thing, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, today's video is supposed to be a very interesting one. Pretty sure it's the one that you guys have all been waiting for. Yes, I am going to tell you my current weight, highest weight, starting weight. Yeah, so that's gonna be a fun time. But a little background before I do tell you guys that. So with this program, I know I have said pretty much in my other videos that in order to get the surgery, you have to be at your starting weight or below. So it's not just when you get the surgery that you have to be at your starting weight. There's actually, from the beginning of the program, you have to do lab tests so they can see kind of like where all your levels are at. They do the lab tests throughout the first 6 months as well. And then after the 6 months, you do your set of lab tests again so that you can be presented to the doctors. So it's not necessarily you being presented to the doctors, your case is being presented. It has to be approved, and then they have to say, okay, this person is ready and they can go ahead and get scheduled for surgery. I know I told you guys about my gallstone issue. So I was technically on track to get my surgery. Like, I was losing weight. I think I was at like a pretty good place. And then I had to do my blood tests again. Come to find out, my liver levels were high, and that's when I had found out that I had gallstones. So that ended up pushing my date to be presented out a month because I had to be on the medication, and then they had to do my blood tests again. So when they finally did the blood tests again, everything was good, the medication was helping, and then I finally was able to be presented. Everything went fine, and then I was good to go. You don't get scheduled for surgery until, like, I feel like it's 4 to 6 months after you're presented. So it was a long road until I finally got my surgery date. So here we are. It's just super embarrassing for me. Like, super embarrassing, mostly because a lot of people, like, when I tell them like how much I weigh, like, they're like, no. And then also, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I know I'm big, but like, I'm like, no way, bitch, like, really? So I will tell you guys, when I started this program, I was 415, and that's really hard for me to talk about because it's super embarrassing. And yes, so that happened, and I remember being like 350 and being like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get that shit under control. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like, from the time of when I went from like 350 to like 400, like, I don't think mentally that I was in a really good place. Like, I've already told you guys that I have like anxiety and depression, and I do remember that time I was dealing with something, and I honestly just didn't care about anything. And I think honestly just seeing the scale and how much I weighed just made me even more depressed, so I just didn't care. So yeah, that was that. And then throughout the program, not gonna lie, maybe like the first 6 months, I ended up gaining weight like an idiot. Actually, I think I had lost some and then I started to gain weight, and I was like, really? You have one job? And so my highest weight was actually 429. 429. And I was like, oh my God, this is fucking embarrassing. And I could tell because my clothes were getting tighter and I was just not happy. Yeah. It's like super embarrassing. Like, I'm super embarrassed. Like, even when I watch like a lot of these like gastric bypass videos, seeing things about people getting gastric bypass, like the people are not even like, they're like 300 something, like 250, and I'm over here like, yeah, she was 429, 415, like, fuck it up. Okay. So, anyways, now you guys know that. The most embarrassing thing about me. Um, I mean, now at this point, what the fuck else is there to be afraid of, right? Like, maybe I'll be a little bit more confident now that everybody knows. But, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But, with this program, okay, so I will tell you guys, like, with that whole being presented to the surgeons thing. So remember, I was 429K. When I had to be presented to the surgeons, no, presented to the doctors, I was still over my starting weight, and I was like, fuck. And I think I still had like, oh, like quite a bit of weight to lose. I don't think I was 429, but I was still quite a bit over. And I think I had like a week to drop weight. And I was like, oh my God. And thankfully, I ended up, I don't remember, I think it was like 7 to 10 pounds I had to lose in a week. And so when I finally went to the appointment to have my weight checked for me to be presented, I was 414. I was literally like 414.7 or something. I was literally like 0.3 pounds under my starting weight. But I passed and I was able to be presented. So 10 out of 10. But yeah, so that's that. But other than that, I mean, since then, and since the liver shrinking diet, actually, I think when I started the liver shrinking diet, I had actually been losing weight, but I go through these phases where I'm just like super hungry. And I don't mean like hungry like I'm gonna eat like a lot at one time. Just be hungry all throughout the day, like it won't stop. And actually, no, I will kind of eat a lot at one time because I won't feel full, and it's really irritating. And so I'll have times like that, like, and it'll just go on for like days. And then I'll have other times where I'm not hungry at all. And, you know, I'll maybe just have dinner, but I won't even like need that much food. And so when those times happen, I love it because that can happen for like weeks and I just won't eat that much. And I'll like embrace those times. So I'm like, fuck, if I'm not hungry, I don't want to eat, because then a girl will drop weight and I'm like loving it. So yeah, those times happen, and that had happened not too long after I was presented. So I ended up just kind of like losing weight, and I just try to be like a little bit more conscious about what my weight is and trying to stay down, because like I said, I know I need to be at my starting weight or less to get the surgery. From that time to when I started the liver shrinking diet, I actually lost weight, like I said. So I ended up getting down to, I think, 391, which is good. So I lost quite a bit of weight, which is really good. And then since the liver shrinking diet, I'm down to like 387, which is not bad, but I'm like, okay, like a bitch is starving. Nah, I'm not really like starving. Just certain parts of the day, like my stomach is like growling. I just feel like I should be losing more because I'm not really eating that much and everything is healthy, so I don't understand. At least I know like I'm staying on track, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm fluctuating between like 386 and 387. And that makes me feel better because at least I'm not 400. Like, God, that was a hot mess. So now you guys know. That's current weight. So starting weight 415, highest weight 429, current weight 387. We're going to go with the highest. So that's embarrassing, but it's out for the whole world to know. It's whatever. You know, she's gonna get water all over the place.